Perp's got big loads.
Hey guys, welcome to episode 57 of the Tell Us Something Good podcast. I'm Purple, the her snack lover and sleepy extraordinaire, and this is my co-host.
Hi guys, I'm Tiffany, she, her, your least favorite Twitch streamer and general do-gooder. And once a week, Perp and I come on here, we drink some coffee, we yap a little bit, we talk about what made us happy, and we tell you guys a positive news story that we found to help us combat the really scary world that we live in. A world where the president of the free world tweets something, and I have to look it up on multiple sources to make sure that it's real because I can't tell anymore. Welcome to America.
I can't believe that's an actual sentence to hear that our president does use social media and just like puts whatever he wants out there. And I'm just like, this is so embarrassing.
The 3 a.m. rants are really killing me. The old man with dementia should not have full access to the internet. Somebody should be running his social media accounts.
It's just, I just remember a time when like the president would go on TV and like that's where you would hear stuff, or like you'd read a news article, like those would be the outlets. And I understand like times have changed, but I'm like, you're going on social media and now you're just going on this rant, and then I just can't. Like I'm like, this sounds like just a child, but that's how I feel. I'm just saying, like it doesn't look very professional.
Like, Twitter is not where I want to get the news that we're, like, gonna bomb Iran. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, that whole thing was just not good.
Anyway.
But, yeah.
Hey, Perp. What you been doing this week?
I apologize for my sleepiness. I didn't, like, actually go to bed last night until, like, 1 a.m.
And that's her fault.
It's my fault. I was party hardying in the laundry city. But no, it's fine. No, yesterday I was at my mom's house till like 12:30 because I was doing laundry.
Bikes.
Yeah, we were just having a good old time. But no, it's just because our washer doesn't work, and I think I know how to fix it. I think. But the spin cycle doesn't work. So when it washes, it's just sopping wet clothes.
Sick.
Yeah. So, and when it would go through one cycle for drying, it wasn't done. So I had to like dry it again. And I'm just like, okay. Because my loads might have just been really big. So I did about like 4 loads yesterday.
Big loads.
Big loads. You know it. So, yeah. But
Perp's got big loads. Okay, sorry.
Big loads. No, you're good.
No more semen jokes on the pod. We're a serious podcast.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like, hey, that could be poop. It could be, hey, I dropped a big load.
Could be. It dropped a big load.
You know, it's one end, 2 ends. It's fine.
Okay.
But it's good. It's good. That's the end of my week. I've been working out every day this week, which has been really nice. It's really helped with sciatica stuff. I had some pain in my hand, which I thought was like a carpal tunnel thing, but it's not there anymore.
Cool.
Yeah.
I think that's a huge part of being an adult, is like feeling some kind of weird pain you haven't felt before and then ignoring it until it just goes away. Probably is festering under the surface somewhere, and in 30 years you won't be able to hold a pencil anymore.
Well, good thing I'm right-handed. This is my left hand. I was like, hey.
Fuck those left-handed freaks. And I've always said that.
We don't know any. We don't know anyone that's left-handed. Oh, that's so funny.
I do.
I know. I mean, I do too. We know the same person that's left-handed.
Fuck them.
Oh my god. No! Not if we're thinking of the same person. Oh, Tiff. Okay, so left-handed people, don't. We love you. It's fine. Don't go anywhere. But yeah. So
if you're a left-handed freak, sound off in the comments.
Oh my god. Yeah, just call yourself out. That's fine. Just let us know. Let us know.
Call yourself out like it's a disease.
I'm left-handed. Save me. Oh, but yeah. So no washing machine, working out, working. I started doing little like dance like workout videos. I did like an emo punk one. There was K-pop Demon Hunters. I did
Cute.
Bad Bunny. I checked out a thrift store, a local thrift
Love a
store.
thrift store. Find anything good?
Yeah. So I did like it's interesting. Okay, so fun fact, this used to be a nursing home. Like the thrift store did. So each room has like a theme, like kids stuff, DIY stuff. I originally went there to because I kind of want to have at least kind of like a summer look for work, like the t-shirt tucked into like the maxi like skirt or something. I want to do that. And I think that'd be a cute look. So I'm trying to find the skirt, but I hate floral print. Like I don't like it. I think it's overdone for
Yeah,
me. It's just
floral is a
ugh.
big print they use on those. They use floral a lot on the maxi dresses.
Give me animal print, give me some like swirls, give me like some stripes. I'll do that. Give me a pattern. But girl, this like place went on forever. So I was just looking for a
Place
skirt. That's
sounds
all I went there
huge.
for.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's my thrift store thing. It was fun, but that's pretty much been my week. It's been pretty chill, I'd say. Nothing too crazy, which is fine with me. What about you, Tiff? How's your week been this week?
Oh, work. I finished. You didn't talk about any books you made by, or if you've been reading. You don't
Because
want
I
to go back
haven't.
to that? Great,
I
great.
haven't.
I finished Dungeon Crawler Carl book 1 and 2.
Ooh.
I'm on book 3. Book 3, I haven't gotten that far into it yet. And I don't want to give you any spoilers, but
Hmm.
it's confusing. And when you open the book and you read like literally the like the foreword on the book where the author like writes a little message at the beginning, he literally says like, "Hey, this is really confusing. Don't worry about it. Like I'll fix it at the end of the book. Just read." Literally that's
I
what
love
he's
that.
saying at the beginning of the book. Cuz and yeah, it is confusing. But it's good. It's a good book. It's scary. It's getting scary.
Hmm.
Um, let's see. I'm excited for Jack's Veg Fest is tomorrow, so I'm gonna go get some cool vegan food. Um, I went thrifting last weekend and I on Sunday and I found some fire. I found some gas. I found this really nice professional pantsuit, like a one piece romper pantsuit with like it's got like a low hanging like neckline, like not slutty, like just like a saggy turtleneck almost, you know what I mean? And I found a Disturbia dress.
What?
I've been Disturbia, the brand Disturbia.
Oh, I was like, my brain went to Disturbed, and I was like, you found a dress that's
Oh,
Disturbed, like the
actually,
band?
fuck Disturb.
Oh, okay. Bye, Disturbed.
I hate
Why?
that guy
Why?
because he was signing Israeli bombs that were going to be dropped on Gazan children. He was like signing them because he's a
Bye,
fucking loser
Disturbed.
Zionist.
Bye,
Fuck Disturb.
Disturbed. Bye.
Yeah, I would like to make him cry like a bitch. Anyway, I found a dress from Disturbed. Those
Mhm.
dresses are usually like $70, $80. I got everything I bought there for like $30. I bought like two
I
belts, two pairs of shorts. I found two pairs of jean shorts because it's coming to be the summertime, so I need some shorts. And I got these cute little overalls. They're like cotton overalls, like black
mhm.
cotton overalls. They're really cute. So successful day at the thrift store.
Well, it sounds like a good week for you at least. I do want to get
I made
like
banana bread too. It was really good.
yeah, it looked good.
It was good. This time I put walnuts and chocolate chips in it.
Oh, ooh, that
Pretty
sounds
into that.
amazing. Well, that's nice. I'm glad the week's been chill. You know, we all need a good chill week, and I think that's nice that nothing crazy happened with you. I do want to say for Dungeon Crawler Carl, I've been working on it, but it's just been trekking. I try to find a
It's
way to fit it into my morning routine, but it hasn't made its way there yet.
You should move it into your nightly routine and just read the book.
Yeah, you right though. You
And maybe
right.
if you were reading by like 9 or 10 p.m., you wouldn't be up until 1. I don't know. That's just
like
my
I like I
suggestion.
Oh my gosh, like I picked staying up till 1. I would never. I go to bed between like 10 and 11.
It's
Mm-mm.
a good bedtime, 10 or 11. I'm just sitting here painting my nails, and I was like, I find it easier to digest what people are saying to me when I have a little task to do.
No, I
Is
get
that
that.
weird?
Oh, so nice. So nice.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. What's wrong? What is it sparkly? Or is that just the
No,
lighting?
this is the
Oh,
lighting. That's just my
okay.
ring. That's just
Oh,
my
oh gosh, Tiff, the ring. Oh, blinds me.
blinding.
Oh. But no, like I've heard that like during D&D, me and another one of the players like will like just doodle like during like the whole thing because I mean, why not? You're still listening, but you're doing
Yep.
something, so you're not zoning out. And even during my I think after my therapy session, my last one, she was breaking out some paints, and I was like, "Hold on, what? We could have been painting?" And she was like, "Yeah." When she has like kids or something, like
Hmm.
kids will like it's just like different. I think it's either different kinds of therapy or it's something for them to do while going through it. And she goes, "Yeah, like next time we can like paint." And I'm like, "Hell yeah!" I didn't know
Yeah,
that
I
was an
went to
option.
I went to therapy as a kid, and I they always had stuff to do, you know?
Yep, yep. That's kind of the thing at my job right now is they have stuff to do, and it's really cool. Just like I like how like what is it? One of their therapists have like these two big bins of Beanie Babies, and it's like Beanie Babies I had as a child. Like there's a turtle, and I know his name's Speedy, and I'm like,
That's
oh, it's
beautiful.
Speedy. I'm glad your week's been good.
Let's get the grumps out of the way, you know?
All right. So I think it was Wednesday night. So we've had a lot of thunderstorms here. We're on number 5 or 6 now. We had a thunderstorm. So I fell asleep and then I like woke up from these tornado sirens going off. I let it go for like 30 minutes and then I was like, okay, I guess it's real. I just stayed awake because I'm like, if our cars like are destroyed, our house is destroyed, like, oh my gosh, what are we gonna do? Like I was just I was like in a blanket, just like laying on like a futon,
There
like, oh
wasn't
my
even a tornado
gosh.
yet. You were just like assuming it was gonna come. That's not. You should talk
Well,
to
there's
your
also
therapist about that.
I just was thinking of the possibility if we had a tornado, like what would we do? Because it's always been like the siren goes off, but like nothing happens really, or it's like somewhere else. It was also the south. So I learned it was the southeast side of like from us. But all the sirens have to go off because I guess like if it happens in one spot of like our county, just all of them go off, which I didn't know. I thought it was only the affected area the
Yeah,
sirens go off.
which
And then yesterday I was on my way to my mom's house after I stopped at the thrift store, and I'm sorry. It was really nice out yesterday, but we had like these speedy biker people on the highway, and they were just like zooming in and out of traffic, and they scared me like so bad because I'm just driving, doing my thing, and all of a sudden I just hear like this zoom past me, and I'm like what? And yeah, they're just weaving in between traffic. And I'm like, what are you doing? So I'm like, I get it's nice out. You probably want to be on the highway. That's great, but like, you cannot just weave in and out of traffic like that, dude.
I hate people who can't drive their car kindly, you know? So
Yeah.
annoying.
And there was a thing at work that happened. You ever had that where there's a shift change and then the person that's supposed to come in for shift change doesn't come in, like isn't there? Has that ever happened to you?
Sure, yeah, I've worked retail before.
And then they just don't come in, and then you're like, well, what do I do? And then they're like, oh, I guess you're staying.
Oh no. I go, okay, well, good luck with that, manager. It's your job to figure that out. Have a good day.
Bye. Oh
Yeah,
gosh.
that's the
I've
manager's problem. That's not your problem.
Right. So my manager was on vacation all this week.
Dang,
So
that's unfortunate for them and their boss, but
yeah.
that's not your problem. That's your manager's problem.
No, that's true. But it was weird because usually this person comes in like 15 minutes before the shift change. And the only time I've ever had this happen, um, like either the person quits or they just did a no-show. And then I'm usually the one that's just left there by myself, and that's exactly what was happening. And then apparently I was supposed to know just to like leave. And I'm like, why would I know to just leave when no one's here to cover Like I didn't want to get in trouble, right?
And now they're mad at you for it.
They're not mad at me. I think they're just like wondering like why didn't I just leave?
I really dislike when the communication isn't good, you know.
Yeah. Anyway, those are pretty much my grumps. What about you? What about your week? What made you grumpy?
What made me grumpy this week? So my body does this thing where I'll get a tattoo and it'll be fine, okay, for months. And then all of a sudden, my immune system will decide that I am allergic to tattoo ink, but only black ink. This only happens with black ink tattoos. And it started with this one maybe a couple years ago.
Oh wait, which one?
This one, the one I got on my arm when I was 18. So it started a couple years ago, like maybe in my 30s. It
Gotcha.
started where I would get like hives on like little raised itchy bumps on only the black ink. And it's happened to every tattoo I've had since then. Like where I get the tattoo, it's fine for weeks and months, and then all of a sudden, like I'm having an allergic reaction to the tattoo and an outbreak, and then it goes away and the tattoo's fine. But it's like so annoying and itchy. Like I'm having it on my shin tattoos right now, even though I got them months ago and they're healed. But now my body
Yeah.
has decided that um the tattoo ink is a foreign like thing that needs to be fought off. It's really annoying. It happened to this tattoo, the whole thing.
I was looking at that and I was like, I can't imagine. Oh, I should tell you, I do think of your shins every time I think of that song or when I hear that song. I'm like, Tiff shins. That's
Thank
it.
you for thinking of my shins whenever you hear a My Chemical Romance song. A My Chemical Romance song.
Hey, hey. Look at us
We're
both
both
wearing
wearing
musical.
shirts from our favorite musical artists. That's very cute.
Yeah.
Um, that's really my biggest grump.
Tattoo hives years later.
It's real. People have had them.
Yeah, years later are usually caused by a delayed immune system reaction to tattoo pigments, particularly red or triggered by environmental factors like sunlight. Stay out of the sun, Tiff.
I
Stay out of
do.
the sun.
I'm never in the sun. I hate never go in there.
That's so weird. Like, that is so
So weird.
weird.
Very weird. Very weirdo.
Want to hear what made me smile this week?
Yes, please.
So I went to the store yesterday. As I was leaving, there's like some trees that are outside like the building, and I was just looking at them, and then all of a sudden, I just saw like I think it was a mourning dove. It was big, and it was just in this tree, and it was like the same color as the tree, so it blended in really well. But you couldn't even see the nest underneath it. But it was just sitting there, just like squatting, keeping an eye out. And I just kind of stopped and looked at it, and I was like wow. So yeah, that was really cute. Let's see, what else? What else? I mean, I got to see my nephew and my mom yesterday and my niece. It was a good time. It was really funny. We had a moment where, like that spray on sunscreen, but like you have to like rub it in. Otherwise, it's just like all like white residue. So my
Okay.
nephew wanted that. So we already put sunscreen on him, and then then he wanted it to be sprayed on him and have that white residue, and I was like, okay, because he thought it was cool. So just he just looked like a little ghost. So he has a thing called it's called the water table, and there's like all these little things that you can like mess with and play with. Homeboy just wanted to watch water, like go through it, and this went on for like 3 hours. He just wanted to watch this. So he was putting stuff down at like rocks and these little like cap things, and I just was like, this is what does it for him. It's the simple things in life.
Everybody likes something, right?
Yeah, well, I feel like it's a very like that's a very normal kid thing to do because I feel like me as a kid, like I would be entertained. I don't know about 3 hours. I don't know. I didn't really time stuff like that, but like that or like watching something go like get flushed down the toilet was cool because you don't know where it's going.
It's going to fish
He was
heaven.
trying.
What do you mean?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
going to the fish doctor. That's what
Like
my parents told
I'm
me.
talking like a Twizzler. Like I would drop a Twizzler in the toilet. I'm like, where is it going? Where does it go?
That's
It's just gone.
that's that's weird. You're like that duck from Tiny Toon Adventures who like is always
What?
ruining the plumbing because he's like putting stuff down the toilet.
What is? I've never heard of Tiny Tim. I don't think I've heard of Tiny Tim Adventures. What was that? I gotta
Tiny
know.
Toon.
Tiny Toon.
It's like Looney
Oh,
Tunes,
yeah.
but
When they
they're
were little
like
babies.
no, no, yeah,
Oh no, I see what you're saying. Yep, the blue and pink bunny.
Babs and Buster.
I have watched this. Yeah, they were little babies, weren't they? Were
Well,
they
they
just like
were
Looney
definitely
Tunes?
young.
Yeah. I'd rather him like entertained by that than like staring at like a screen all day, you know? So
Yeah, screens are bad for your brain.
also there's parents making like YouTube channels to be entertainment for kids and like making like content on there for kids to watch and look like these really cool, fun parents. But they're not selling it well. They're no Miss Rachel. And also, there's this one. Who's my nephew watch? He's just some dude that wears like a hat, and he does a lot of like jumping, and he does a lot of like videos where you're jumping over stuff, like interactive.
Cool guy.
I don't know. It's kind of cringy to me. It's part of like my nephew's algorithm.
A toddler having an algorithm is actually pissing me off.
Yeah, I personally think it's like brain rot. So I'm like, ugh, we're gonna get away from there and find something
Oh my
better or go
God.
outside.
When I was playing
So,
Fortnite last night, they have brain rot characters on there.
oh, that's right. That's a show. I forgot about that.
Like
Ugh.
the the fake, I don't even know what they are. It's like a ballerina with a cup of cappuccino for a head and like one
Mm.
big stick
Oh, he's a stick.
or a
I
piece of
I know
wood
who
or
you're thinking
something.
of. Yeah, he looks weird.
I don't
He
like
looks
it.
Yeah, he's unsettling.
That brain rot stuff. It looks bad for you.
Yeah. No, I'm noticing that's a lot of things, especially with clickbait. I know I watched one yesterday where there was a cake and they put those two like those strainers, those like circle strainers on it, and they were putting like wet icing on it, and I thought, "Oh, maybe the design will be really cool." And then it never showed the design. It just
I know what you're
showed
talking about. That pisses me off so much. Do not, do not film a 4 minute long video and not give me the result at the end. I will kill you. I will come to your house with a gun. You know what? That is my grump. Let's rewind it. That's my grump. When people make a fucking video, I know exactly what you're talking about. That shit pisses me off. Okay, anyway, we're back to the glimmers now. I'm so sorry.
That's good. That was it though.
Okay, my glimmers.
Yeah.
I had a easy work week this week. Yesterday was pretty neat because I had like 2 meetings and then I left work early. Like I barely worked yesterday. It was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And then played some Fortnite with my friends. That was really nice. And then I was talking to Troy, and Troy does, well, not just the laundry. He does everything around the house. Like, I don't know why he does this, but he does. I'm very thankful for it. But I also found out that, like, he follows all of the instructions on the labeling for the laundry. Like, I have a dress that I got, and it says hand wash only. He hand washes it.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
Okay. You're acting like no, you're acting like most people don't just throw it in the laundry and don't care. Because that's what I do. Anyway, he hand washes my laundry sometimes, and that was a glimmer. It really made me thankful for the man that I chose as my husband.
Love that.
Yeah. Finding out
I'm
that
glad
he hand washes my laundry is, I don't know. It just made me again, I think we were talking about it last episode, like my love language is acts of service. So
Mm-hmm.
like that's so sweet to me. Are you kidding?
Yes.
So, and I'm excited for Jack's Veg Fest tomorrow. Hopefully, hopefully the House of Mofos truck is going to be there. They are this Puerto Rican food truck that's all vegan. And there's this stuff called mofongo, and I don't know what it's made out of. I'm so sorry, but it's a very popular Puerto Rican dish. It's my favorite food. And I had planned to get it back in November at Warped Tour. So like 6 months ago, I was like so stoked because I haven't had House of Mofos for like 2 years, but I was at Warped Tour
6 months
six
ago.
months ago. Yeah. Yeah. Think about that. Think about the passage of time for a second. Why don't you? But
Doesn't feel like 6 months ago.
it was 6 months ago. I
Ooh.
know. I know. And anyway, they were at Warp Tour, but they were in the VIP section.
That's right.
And I couldn't
That's
access
right.
them. And it pissed me off because I was like, yeah, I wanted to see my favorite bands live and I was excited, but I was literally just as excited to eat House of Mofos. So that was an upset. So I'm really hoping. Then they were supposed to show up to a different Jack's Veg Fest, and they didn't show up to
Mm-hmm.
that one. So hoping, praying on my hands and knees, shitting and pissing that they're gonna be there tomorrow. Thank you for
Everything's crossed for
thank you for
you.
crossing all your stuff for me. Are your toes crossed? Are your
Yeah, they
eyes
are.
crossed? Are your ankles crossed?
I like forgot how to cross my eyes. I was like, oh, okay, we're good. We're good.
That's gonna
I'm
be
having a
that's gonna
moment
be
over
the
here.
that's gonna be the screenshot I pull for the
Good.
Instagram post.
Good. I almost forgot how to cross my eyes. I really did. I was like, oh, I haven't done this in years.
I don't think I can do that.
You're gonna pass out. Oh, so good.
Stupid. All right. Anyway, that's what I'm excited for. Those are my glimmers,
I love
and
that.
sometimes it's all you can do.
Yeah, yeah. You know, Tiff, we have some glimmers from very special people in our lives.
Who?
Our
Our
listeners.
listeners.
I'm sorry. I was like, come on, Tiff, come on.
You can get it. Yeah, our listeners send in glimmers. If you're listening and you're like, how do they do that? No worries. We'll tell you.
If you want to send in your glimmer to us, there are a few ways you can do it, actually. So we have an Instagram called Tell Us Something Good Pod, and we post stories throughout the week. You can send a response to those, or you can you can DM us directly. Tell Us Something Good Pod on Instagram, or you can email us as well. And our email is T as in Tom, U as in umbrella, S as in symphony, and then G as in guh, uh, at gmail.com.
Define guh, if you will.
Tiff, it's been a long
You having a
day.
day?
It's been a long day. Our first listener glimmer is from Anonymous. And the glimmer is playing Yahtzee with my friends. I've been loving this game. And
Yahtzee?
I've been playing it too. I was really actually hella addicted to it. I played like all day on Sunday last week.
Oh
And
my
I was like,
God.
yeah, it was bad.
That's the only phone game I play pretty actively is like New York Times. The New York Times like Wordle connections and whatever.
Yes.
Uh Pokemon Pocket TCG and
Oh yeah, yep, I have
Hearthstone.
that too. We have another listener glimmer. Do you wanna read it?
Yeah, this is an anonymous glimmer that came from our Instagram stories, which again, like Perp so graciously told you earlier, you can click on those and respond to them. We love to read them. This says, I made a new friend. Also, Friday starts my weekend. That's fucking
Bum,
dope.
bum, bum, bum,
Making a new
bum,
friend
bum,
as an
bum.
adult is so hard. So, if you make a new friend as an adult, congratulations. We're really proud of you. Maintaining that friendship as an adult is also difficult. So,
Yeah.
good luck. Play Yahtzee together, I guess.
Play Yahtzee. If that's what they're doing, who even knows?
What
Yeah,
the
I
kids are
love
doing these days, they're playing Yahtzee.
yeah, the kids. They're not watching YouTube. We're playing Yahtzee, guys. Join our Yahtzee group. Yahtzee Yakuza. That's what I say. It's all good. But yeah, thank you so much for saying that, Glimmer. I love making a new friend. I
Those
feel
are all of
that.
our glimmers, huh?
Yeah, we had two this week.
Thank you guys for sending in your glimmers.
Yeah, thank you guys. Oh, glimmers are so
Don't
good.
forget that you can do that again by DMing us on Instagram at Tell Us Something Good Pod, or answering our Instagram stories at Tell Us Something Good Pod, or sending us an email at tusgpod@gmail.com. But now we have stories for you that will hopefully lift your spirits and give you a little glimmer of hope in the dark and terrible times we're living in.
Okay. Do you want me to go first?
What is your story about?
Tornadoes.
You've been hyper fixated. Yeah, go ahead. Tell me about tornadoes. I'm ready.
But okay, you have to remember, I did this article before the tornado like happened here.
You manifested the tornado with the story you did.
And the story is about a tornado in Michigan.
Oh my God.
So my news story comes from goodnewsnetwork.org, and
It's a good
it
one.
actually takes place in Three Rivers, Michigan, which I've never even been there. That's pretty much what that means. I've seen the sign, but I have no reason to go there. But it takes place at a local Applebee's in Three Rivers, Michigan. And it's a little, so we're in April. This happened at the beginning of March, March 6th to be exact. But a local Applebee's manager, her name is Aubrey McKenzie, she actually jumped into action when an EF2, I've never heard a tornado described as that, by the way. I've only heard like F2 or F5 or F, but apparently they rank it by E now, EF.
I don't
Um,
like that. It's
right now,
confusing.
right? Oh my God, what if it's just F? Because it's EF and it's just pronounced F and you don't actually say the letter. Maybe I'm crazy.
Oh my God. Shut
Whatever.
up.
Whatever. It's fine.
That's so funny.
I'm just like, wait.
That is
Hold
that is
on.
so you.
I just, I've never seen it written out. I've only ever heard it. So F2 tornado, which isn't, I forgot how high it goes. Isn't like F5? I don't even know. I don't even remember the ranking of tornadoes. Usually here in Michigan, like you hear about a tornado happening, but I've never actually, I think a couple years ago, that's when like a tornado came like really close. Like it dropped down by like my previous workplace, like right next to it. Crazy. But anywho, so an F2 tornado tore through the area, and her manager actually left to go to another location in Battle Creek. So imagine you're like other like higher up, or like I think they're actually no, they're both managers left. And I had to make sure that manager was okay when the tornado like hit. But anyway, so Aubrey, she thought of the countless times Michiganders get alerts about a tornado only to find out it's nothing. It's a thing.
You
It's a
literally
thing.
manifested this for yourself.
And then you'll understand why I was so paranoid. Um, but yeah, Michiganders get alerts about a tornado only to find out it's nothing. Aubrey thought the same when she noticed how beautiful it was outside that day. That's how they get you. That's how it starts. That's how it
Yeah.
starts. When the
It starts
weather's
to be a
nice,
beautiful day and then all of a sudden there's a tornado.
or the sky turns green, because that happened before the tornado dropped a couple years
Green?
ago. Yeah, it's like a weird, unsettling, like everything's still. There's no wildlife outside, and the sky was like this really light green color. It was
Ew.
unsettling. Yeah.
I
And
don't
last time
like
I saw
that.
like the like it's even seen like green lightning, that's weird. Um but yeah, it was outside, it was beautiful outside that day, so she didn't cause any like she didn't think any concerns. And this was not the case, as everyone's phone started to go off. A concert of beeping is how Aubrey described it. That sounds like overstimulating as heck,
That
actually.
would piss me off immediately. One
And it's funny,
alarm going off in the middle of the
yeah,
day, I'm pissed off.
yeah, it's just, mm-mm. And like my phone, I don't think it gets alerts like that. If anything, it's like consumers' energy being like, hey, just so you know, we're prepping for that storm coming. And I'm like, that's cool. Good for you, I
Good
guess.
for you, I guess.
But yeah, everyone's phones are going off. So every customer, bartender, they were just like blaring with a warning alert sound that we all become too familiar with. It's, oh, and then I mentioned the first Friday of every month at noon, the tornado gets tested in Michigan, by the way. It's just a thing. Oh my gosh, it's so funny. Some people don't know that, by the way. So they're always like, I'll get like a camera like notification that's like, what's that sound? Why is it going off? And I'm like,
Yeah.
how long have you lived here? Come on, get with the times.
Maybe it's their first day.
Maybe. But Arby took charge and stayed calm, similar to their first day in the state. Maybe. But she took charge and stayed calm, similar to the attitude during like a dinner rush. So she kind of like took her mindset when, like everything's chaotic going on, but you have to like kind of stay calm. And that I kind of feel like I have a similar thing where everything's going on, everything's getting a little crazy. But if you add more, if you become stressed, add more stress to what's going on around you, to your environment, it's just going to make matters worse. So I always try to be like calm, cool, and collected when things get like wild.
I'm
Not that
exactly
I've
like
ever
that.
been. Yeah, I've
Like
never been in a dinner rush. I don't know.
like when because Troy had to go to the hospital, remember last week? And I was
Yeah,
like in
yeah.
the middle of my workout and he called me and I was like, okay, bet. And like I was so still and chill
Yeah.
until I could like, and then I felt every emotion at once and I was like, what the fuck just happened?
Oh, like after everything happened, or like
Yeah,
while it was happening.
then my body was like, okay, I can process how I felt from the beginning to the end of this now. But
Right.
at the time I was like, I just have to like be there and like get a task done, which was get Troy to the hospital.
Yeah, you had to be present.
Hmm.
I get you.
You get
Let's
it.
see. Yeah, well, because you're like, okay, I have to act now, but then I have to react later.
Yeah,
I got you. I
you
just made that
get
up,
it.
by the way. I just made that
So
up.
good. So good.
Thanks.
Welcome to Perps TED Talk.
So let's see. I lost my spot. Where am I? Oh, okay. She motioned customers and staff, totaling over 50 people, to the prep kitchen that
It's too
had
many
no
people.
windows, and she got the attention of a man and his dog and a boy on his phone in the parking lot. Everyone stayed close and heard what sounded like freight train, freight train, woo,
It
a
sounds
freight train.
frightful.
I know, right? Hitting the building. Aubrey even saw the funnel cloud outside. Ears popped and glass shattered because, I mean, the bar was there. And it was all in about like 5 minutes. Can you imagine? Like, that's what's kind of really terrifying to me about tornadoes is like, I'm not afraid of tornadoes, by the way. They just, I
You
mean, they
sound
happen.
afraid of tornadoes. Like,
I,
you sound like you have a healthy bit of anxiety around tornadoes.
I mean, I think I'm just like the possibility of a tornado happening. Do I want it to happen? No. But I think I've just been it's been like my whole life here. It's just like tornado drills, like even in school. They just happen. I was streaming one time and tornado sirens were going off. And I just remember I was like,
Game
oh
is life.
shoot. I guess I'm done streaming because the tornado sirens are going off. Bye guys. Peace out. I mean, I think it's understandable, right? I'm not like I don't think I have like a like oh no, a tornado. I know it's a possibility and it could happen. Do I want it to happen? No. But I'm not gonna like live every day every time like a thunderstorm happens. I'm gonna be like, oh my God, tornadoes. I just like to be prepared and made
Right.
aware of like, do I and we have a basement. A lot of
Oh, that
people that
makes
I know don't
sense.
have basements, and that's actually terrifying to me.
I
Um,
don't have a basement.
but you don't have tornadoes. So I think you're okay.
Yeah, we have floods. That's why we don't have basements.
Oh, there you go. See, you're fine. You're fine.
I'm
You're
fine.
fine. I don't know. Um, where would you go during a hurricane then? Do you just like stay inside?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah. You stay inside. You have a bunch of like non-perishable food and candles and flashlights, and you hope that your power comes back on before your food spoils.
Makes sense.
Or
Makes
if you
sense.
know it's coming, you don't buy food that's perishable just in case. But
Gotcha.
most of the time we know it's on its way, so.
Okay. Yeah, ours is just like we just find out. I think they let us know that it's possible. So like we have tornado watch and we have like a tornado warning. So it varies. But yeah, it's just been I do love the movie Twister, by the way. That is a good movie. And that might be why I'm not really phased by it because I watched that movie so many times. So
Twister.
Twister. You ever seen Twister?
It was on at a sleepover once, but I don't remember the sleepover much.
Because you were too busy watching Twister. You're like, gosh, who cares about the sleepover? This movie's awesome.
I don't remember Twister at all.
Well, because it was so good. You were like,
It
oh,
was it was really just too good to remember. Yeah.
that's right. You were like, I gotta forget this so I can watch it
So I can
again.
watch it again for the first time. You get me.
Yeah, we that did scare one of my like childhood friends once, or he had to I think had to go home.
I actually used to have a really big fear of disaster movies, like The Day After Tomorrow.
Oh
That movie
yeah,
scared the shit out of me, which is so funny because like I love horror. So you would
yeah.
think that, you know, it wouldn't faze me, yet here I am, entirely
Like, does it scare
phased.
you today, or what did it scare you as a kid?
It scared me as like a teenager, and I think the possibility of something like that might scare me today. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
Like
I do.
being stuck in a huge tidal wave flood in a city, that sounds scary to me.
Yeah. That does sound scary, especially like when you have no I don't know. I've seen the movie because they've replayed it so many times.
I
When
know.
like my fam had cable and stuff, but I just I would hate not being able to like check on people. So like I think once the cell phone towers went down, I would be like, how I have to make sure everyone's okay. Like that's where I'm at when it comes to like anytime a tornado stuff happens, I like checking on everybody, making sure they're okay. So yeah. Um, but let's see. My story. It took them 3 days to clean up the building, by the way, since glass was everywhere it could land or go on, and they had to replace carpets and they had to replace vacuums, but nobody was injured. So isn't that
Yay!
crazy? Over
That is
50
really
people went into
nice.
that. Yeah, over 50 people went into that prep kitchen area, which prep kitchens aren't very big. So you have all these people, you have the
They
staff,
were, yeah, they were
you have a
close
dog.
quarters.
There's a dog. Yeah, it was wild.
No, it was
So,
a domestic dog,
okay, it was yeah, what?
not a wild
Okay.
dog.
Oh, no,
You
not a wild dog. No.
you
I
said it was
was like,
wild. I said no, it's not. It's domestic.
oh no, I think I was like, it was
I know what you
wild.
meant. I was
Girl,
being facetious.
okay. I'm like, no, Tiff, I meant this. Um, and she said, I was surprised that I was able to get everybody and be that organized in that short amount of time. She admitted, I've been called a hero a lot lately, and I laugh it off, but I guess I just did what I felt I had to do. She's actually been afraid of storms ever since she was a child. So the fact that she took charge the way she did and like
Pretty
just handled, but
impressive. Yeah.
I think it's kind of similar to what you said, where she just acted and then reacted later. Like it didn't matter that she was afraid. She's like, she just knew what she had to do and get in there and
Mm-hmm.
get the job done. Um, but there was so there was a neighboring Menards building that sent everything that flew off its building like right at the Applebee's.
Not
So they got,
Menards.
yeah, Menards. And she said somebody had said something to me about working in the restaurant industry might have helped me be so fast paced, a quick thinker in that moment. Coming to a Friday shift, you're about to be ticket to ticket, plate to plate, table to table, and that translates into what do I do right now? And she did say that she never wants to set foot within the vicinity of a tornado again.
That's totally fair, I think.
I mean, I've never actually seen a tornado. I think the closest I've ever been is when we were elementary. I was in elementary school, so this would have been like the 90s, early 2000s. And we had to just like sit and wait for our parents to come get us. So I remember like my brother and I were waiting for like my dad to come get us, and we just had to like wait because our
That's
tornado drill was we had to line the hallways and basically do like child's pose from like yoga. That was like our drill,
well, that'll
and we had to
protect
line the
you from
hallways.
nothing, so it's like when they made kids go under the desk during like nuclear bomb drills.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that visual, and you're just like, I don't know if we would have been okay, but our elementary school was like a big brick building. So I like to think we would have had a chance.
I'm glad
Yeah.
that you weren't killed by a tornado as a young child, so we could meet and be friends now.
Thanks. I kid you not, I think about that in my close I almost like caused a really bad accident on the way to a job interview. Like in like, I don't know, 2012. And I think about that moment every now and then. Or like the time I almost drowned. And then I think about that moment and I'm
Drowning is
like,
so scary.
it is, especially as a kid, because you're like not aware of anything going on. And it's just weird to think about how much life I've lived since those near death experiences. Huh.
Yeah, that is weird.
Yeah. But anyway,
So
that's my story.
strange.
That's my story.
Thank you so much for that story.
You're welcome. You know, I really wanted to bring the tornadoes in Michigan, like I wanted to bring it home, you
And
know?
you did.
I
And
want
you
everyone
did.
to focus on it. And so I thought of this story beforehand and I was like, "Oh my gosh." Like I was just frozen with anxiety, but it's okay.
It
I'm fine
it
now.
makes sense why you might feel that way, you know?
Yeah, you know, especially when it's happening and you don't know anything. Like you just know that
It's just a
you don't know
scary
it hasn't
time,
landed.
yeah.
Yeah, but it's okay. I'm
It's
fine
not
now.
your
Everything's
fault.
good. It's not. I just live here. I just live here in tornado world, but
I just live here in Tornado World.
it's okay. But Tiff, I want to know your story.
My story is going to surprise you people because it's
Okay, I'm
coming
ready.
from me. And if you know something about me, it should be that I don't really like or trust organized religion. I don't like it.
No, that's
Like
fair.
I grew up Catholic. I have some
Holy
issues with the
shit,
Catholic
what?
Church. I grew up
Wait,
Catholic.
what the fuck? Hold on. You did?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, guys, there's some lore in here that I didn't know about.
So I grew up Catholic. I went to Catholic school. Not Catholic school. I went to Sunday school, like where you learn like your confirmation stuff. Like on Sundays you would
Holy
go and learn
shit.
about Jesus and shit.
This is so just
Blowing Tripp's
mind-boggling
mind
to me
right
right
now.
now.
So I was Catholic girl. Um, so this is about the church, and something I hate even more than a church is a megachurch. But this megachurch I read about on goodgoodgood.co, and I think it's important sometimes to change our perceptions of stuff, or at least admit when the good things are happening. So, found this story on goodgoodgood.co about a megachurch that helped residents in Alexandria, Virginia. Okay, that's the framework, I guess. So,
Framework.
um, if you watched institutions long enough, especially religious ones, you don't react with instant trust. You've seen sometimes maybe too many moments where a response came late or didn't come at all. So when something genuinely good happens, it kind of makes you pause and you look at it from a couple of different angles, and you're like, And that's what I did with the story. I said, what? Where can I find the fault with this? But the story starts in Alexandria, Virginia. Um, Alexandria, Virginia is like historic streets, waterfront views, and like old looking restaurants. And it feels like a place that's been there for a long time. And that kind of has its shit together, but it's not really the case with a lot of the residents there. Hundreds of families in Alexandria, Virginia are in public housing and had fallen behind on rent. And
Oh,
together, those 450 families owed about $1 million in back rent, collectively, around, and they were all at risk of eviction at once. 450 households. Not 450 people, but 450 families. So 450
wow.
times two or more people, usually including kids and stuff. When that many families are pushed towards losing their homes at the same time, it doesn't, it like people hear about it, you know? Schools, shelters, jobs, people's health, like it all gets affected at the same time in the same city, and it's like a big crisis. And it wasn't something that was like in the far distance. It was something that the city is dealing with like right now. Like next month, they could have 450 families on the streets of Alexandria, Virginia. Across the United States, housing is getting harder to hold on to in general. Costs are climbing, often more than the income is climbing, and for a lot of families, stability depends on everything going right. Like one single bill, one single emergency sends a lot of, I think 65% of people, something, I'm pulling this out of my ass. I think it's like a high amount of people don't have enough in a savings account to handle like a large car issue. Like that could ruin a lot of people and put a lot of people out on the streets. Okay. It's just, it's a fragile way for people to live right now. At the same time, homelessness has been rising. On a single night in 2024, about 771,000 people were experiencing homelessness across the country. And families are a big part of that number. Parents trying to keep things steady for their kids while everything is moving underneath them and creating turmoil. And poverty continues to affect tens of millions of people in the United States and shapes how close or far they are from a moment like the one in Alexandria. Um, so it's not like we didn't know about what's happening across the country. Like people are seeing it.
Mhm.
And the response came from a place that, for a lot of people, brings mixed feelings, which is a church. The Alfred Street Baptist Church was founded in 1803 and is deeply rooted in the community. Did something about it. They raised just over $1 million and committed it to paying off the back rent for the families facing eviction. If you've ever felt uncertain about how churches use their resources, I understand why. And I understand that this one thing doesn't like alleviate that concern overnight. It was an immediate and overwhelming response that helped a lot of people, though. The money came through something called a Seek offering, where members choose to fast and redirect what would normally be spent into donations. And the collective effort adds up. Something that you'll notice if you were a church-going kid is they always passed around a tithe basket. So they tithe, not tide, like the ocean, but tithe, like Tithe. That would basically be like donations for the church. So that's what they did is the congregation essentially like chose to redirect those funds into the community, which is nice and speaks a lot for the type of people that go to that particular church. And the church worked with the cities. They verified the debts, they applied the funds directly, and more than 300 families had their rent cleared with the broader goal of reaching about 450 households. Evictions, like, stopped, and families got to stay exactly where they were. And that kind of outcome really changes the trajectory of people's lives in ways that are really hard to measure. It affects where kids go to school and whether parents can keep their jobs. And then that stress turns into something even more if you have to change those things. So, yeah, it created space for these people to like breathe and be comfortable and happy. That Seek campaign to raise money, they said, we're getting ready with our Seek offering to stop the eviction of 450 families in the city of Alexandria who can retain their houses because of our giving, which is Wesley, who is the pastor, I believe. That was what he was talking about during a recent service with the congregation. The congregation's response was overwhelming. The Alfred Street Baptist paid off the $1 million in overdue rent, and the Fresh Start initiative was underway. It says, people wanting to be connected to something bigger than themselves, Wesley said, and in the midst of days and times in which we live seem to be so callous and cruel to people who are impoverished, this is a way to make a difference. An important part of the plan, every resident whose back rent is paid off will have to go in for an individual meeting to talk about how they got behind and to help them determine steps in the future to make sure that it doesn't happen to them again, which is almost as important as spending the money is creating resources, because homelessness is not, people like to say like, oh, people want to be homeless, oh, people want to be unhoused, people that's what people want. As someone who literally hangs out with unhoused people every single week, I can promise you it is not a choice that people make for fun. I would say the majority of the men and women I talk to are at like their wits' end, and they are actively are trying to get clean and get better and do a lot of stuff. But I think we talked about it in another episode as well. Like some houses, some housing has like limits, and like if you have certain addictions, you can't stay here. If you have a dog, you can't stay here. If you have kids, you can't stay here. If you're not doing XYZ, you can't stay here. So there are so many barriers to overcoming the unhoused crisis for individuals. That's why paying $1 million is great, but providing resources is like, that's a life-changing move, you know? And that's where Shiloh Baptist and other faith organizations come in. They are going to be helping to fund follow-up services once it's determined what public housing residents need, whether it's funding to upgrade skills for a better paycheck or connecting to food banks. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, says the Reverend of Shiloh Baptist Church, but I serve Jesus Christ, and we have a duty to help our neighbors and look after the least of these, because that's what Jesus said we should do. And that's the kind of religion I really respect. I'm, again, not religious. I don't care for religion at all, but I do respect that a lot of people have those beliefs. And I really respect the people who live by those beliefs and don't just use them as a shield to yell at their barista at Starbucks on Saturday night so they can go and worship on Sunday morning. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Seems oddly specific.
You know, the South is full of people who use their religion as a shield when they're called out
Hmm.
for bad behavior. So that's my story. Is a really exciting thing that happened in Alexandria, Virginia. It's a huge thing for those people. They're gonna live a lot better quality of lives, and it's big for the children too. So
No, that is really great. And I'm glad so I'm not a religious person either. I had that religious trauma from my childhood and I'm like, I'm good. I'm glad they have a more permanent solution. I think that's great. So thank you
yeah,
for your story.
thank you.
That was dope.
Thank you for listening. I
So
appreciate
welcome.
it. Make sure that y'all remember when you're out there that you are closer to being a homeless person than you are to being a billionaire. Treat your neighbors with
Yes.
kindness and respect.
Yes. And I don't think people choose to be like unhoused or anything like that. Like I'm just
I'm
like,
sure there's always a weird fringe person out there that doesn't want to live
mm-hmm,
by the rules of society or whatever. Yeah, those
mm-hmm,
people exist. But that is
mm-hmm.
not even close to the majority of those who are experiencing an unhoused like the unhoused crisis. It's just not
Yeah.
even it's not even real. But thank you guys for listening to our stories. You know, do something nice. Try to make the world a little bit better than it was when you came into it, even if it's just being kind to somebody that you don't know and will never see again.
Yeah, just be kind to a stranger. Hey, look at a bird. Look at a bird at the same time as a stranger is and have a connection over that you'll never see
Yeah,
that person ever again.
bird connection.
Bird connection. But all right. And then, Tiff, do you have any advice at all?
Yeah, follow us on socials. Follow me at it's Betsy underscore. Follow Perp at Purple Mohawk 27 and follow the podcast at Tell Us Something Good Pod. And my suggestion is take like 10 minutes today and like look up a stretching video on YouTube and follow it. I think a good
Ooh,
stretch, I think all of us need a good stretch. And I think that's what you should focus on today, especially on this Monday. It's Monday if you're listening to it on Pod Day. I think starting your week with a good stretch would be good for you.
stretching it does make a difference. It does. Man,
And
and not
Mother's
me
Day is coming
forgetting.
up. So if you're a Mother's Day celebrating person, keep in mind it's soon.
Yeah, and if you don't have a good relationship with your mom, like Tiff and I can be your moms. That's cool. I'm just gonna throw you in there, Tiff.
I'll be your mommy.
Yeah, see, look, we're just like moms. It's fine. It's good.
Well, Perp's the
Not me
dad.
forgetting. Oh, that's right. Dude, I wanted to grill and mow my lawn so bad yesterday because the weather was so nice.
You in that
Ugh.
dad hat talking about grilling and mowing is insane to me.
Yeah, that's fine. But I do get called a mom friend, not a dad friend. I should say that.
They don't know you like I know you.
That's right. It's because I wish to make sure everyone's taken care of. But not me forgetting to plug our socials or
You know
anything.
what it
But
is? You
what?
have the interests of the dad friend, but the heart of a mom friend, and I have the interests of a mom friend and the heart of a dad friend.
And that might just be why we mesh so well
It
together.
might be like we just really complete each other in that way.
We do. We do.
We would be great
Um,
parents.
we would. We would.
We
We
would really.
are
I
to
think. I
our
really think.
pets.
And our listeners who are all of our children.
Yes, that's right.
But I do think that you and I would co-parent really well.
Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. I could see it. I'm trying to think of what my advice would be for this week. I would just say, hey, you know what? I kind of like the advice that we kind of just came up with, based on your story and your real life experience with Troy. When you're in like a really like tough, stressful situation, I would, I guess, take the advice of like act before reacting. So I would do that, but in any situation, it doesn't have to be like a stressful situation, but I do that with myself whenever I'm experiencing anything that is not great, right? Um, I usually act and then I react later, but always is kind of like you don't have to react right away. Like take a moment to kind of just analyze the situation if it's worth your energy with your time, because a lot of time it's not.
That's
And
right. It's not.
you know, yeah. So I'll just do that and then go from there. I say that's literally a work phrase I say all the time, and we'll go from there.
And we'll go
Does I
from
know what
there.
that means? No.
We'll put a pin in
But we
it.
go from there.
All right.
Anywho, that's my advice. Take it with what you will. And Tiff and I are your mom and dad now. So there it
Yep.
is. You're
But
welcome.
in like a weird way, we're both half your mom and half your dad. And
Yeah.
together we come together as a mom and dad.
Yeah.
Separately, we're only half a mom and half a dad. Not a whole mom or a whole dad. You guys get it. Bye. Thanks for listening.
Bye.